Oh, it's so good being back in the mountains.
I'm about to spend a long winter weekend in Italy by traveling to the locations of the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics, where I've been challenged by Corona Cero to try and find my own golden moment in this beautiful natural arena.
Let's just see what happens.
So I'll begin with a half day exploring Milan before making my way up to the Dolomites, where I'll spend 3 nights in Cortina D'Ampezzo trying out some winter activities.
Exhausting but rewarding. That's what we want.
It doesn't get much better than this. The sun's going down with an incredible view of the valley around. So cheers to that. Having moved from the UK to Canada, one of the things I really miss is having Europe on my doorstep and just being able to do quick little getaways. So I'm back in the UK for the start of December to see, catch up with friends and family. So I figured whilst I'm over here, why not film a little weekend getaway? So it's a Thursday evening, I'll be traveling back on a Monday, so it's basically a 4-day weekend that I'm going away for. And of course, one of the other things I miss living in the prairies are mountains. So yeah, I'm gonna be heading up to the Dolomites, which is gonna be so much fun. I've been there before, back in 2019, but it's like a press trip kind of thing. So, you know, I had a lot of fun, but I don't feel like I really got stuck in with the mountains there. So hopefully get to experience a bit more of it this weekend. So yeah, it's like a 2-hour flight to Milan, if that. Hop over there, have a morning in Milan, and then travel on up to the Dolomites. Once I touched down in Milan, it was just a quick metro and tram ride to reach my hotel, which was right by the central station. So that's the station. That's my hotel. This is my room. Apparently I got a free upgrade, so God knows what kind of cheap-ass room I actually originally booked. But yeah, it's pretty late, so I'm just going to settle into the hotel tonight and go explore Milan first thing in the morning before I head off to the mountains in the afternoon. Alright, good morning from Milan. In 5 hours' time, I'm going to be getting the train from here, heading to Venice and up into the mountains. But until then, I'm just going to have a little potter around the city, because this is actually my first time in Milan, properly. I've changed trains here before, but it's my first time exploring the city. And I've only got a short amount of time, so I'm going to jump on the metro and head to the downtown area and go check out the famous cathedral, and then just have a wander around after that. So, let's go. It took less than 10 minutes on the metro to reach Duomo, which is right in the centre of town. Oh, here it is. I was like, I'll get outside and get my bearings, and it's like, oh, it's right here. Construction of Duomo Cathedral began in 1386, and it took nearly 600 years to finish. It's one of the largest cathedrals in Europe, and the Gothic architectural style features over 3,400 statues. When you get up close to it and see the amount of detail in the architecture and all the different sculptures, it's like, that's why it took 600 years to complete this thing. Anyway, it says you can just buy a ticket online, so I'm gonna do that, then go on inside. So there is a lift you can get to the top of the cathedral, but that costs more, so I thought I'd do it old school style and take the stairs. All right, this is cool. You get to wander around on the rooftops, get a real good close to the architecture. You can see how far we've come up though. This is really cool. Getting to see a cathedral from this kind of perspective. All right, we're going further up. So now we're actually on the top of the cathedral. This is way better than I thought it was going to be. I thought we were just going to get to poke around and get a couple of little viewpoints, but getting to walk on top of it like this, it's pretty sweet. There are still some bits of scaffolding on the main bit, but I'm guessing they're doing some little touch-ups before the Winter Olympics start. You get great views around in Milan, but you can just see the detail. Every single spire has all these little mini sculptures on. It took a lot longer to come down than it did going up because everyone's going so slow, but now actually in the cathedral, it's pretty impressive. These giant paintings here, and someone's tuning the organ, so it's not quite the scene-setting music you might expect. So now I'm just going to go for a quick walk through the shopping centre here, the Galleria Vittorio. I think that's what it's called. Let me check that. Yeah, near enough. In a weird way, it kind of reminds me of being in a hotel in Vegas, except this is real. That was based on this. There are these incredible paintings up here. Oh, look at this gingerbread house. That's huge. It's a gingerbread Milan. If you want to spend 20 euros on spaghetti, it's your place. It is beautiful though. That is definitely worth just a quick pop in, because you can be right by the cathedral, just pop in and check it out. Well, checking out the cathedral took a lot longer than I thought, so I'm kind of running out of time this morning. I could easily just happily just wander around the streets here, checking out the Christmas markets and stuff, but there's a castle about 15 minutes walk away I'm gonna go have a look at, and then from there just work my way back to the hotel. Yeah, you can see the cathedral over there and the castle just down here, and between it seems like one of the main shopping streets in town, maybe? Kind of like Oxford Street, but not an absolute hellscape you want to avoid at all costs. Well, this is pretty. Beautiful fountain in front of the castle here. I don't dare put my camera down and get a shot because it's like, you know, like around the Eiffel Tower, there's lots of people trying to sell you things and trying to give you free bracelets. They're here.
Sforzesco Castle is a massive 15th century fortress in the heart of Milan, once home to the powerful Sforza dynasty. Today, its grand courtyards and museums are home to some masterpieces, including Michelangelo's final sculpture.
Wow. This massive square in the middle of it. Kind of reminds me of the Forbidden City in Beijing, just with European architecture, but when you get the big kind of walled squares between each bit.
This one?
No.
I don't. No.
Okay, so just walk straight through the castle and it leads out to Parco Sempione. It's a beautiful, beautiful spot. I think if you want to escape the hustle bustle of the city, come wander around the park down here. All right, I'm back at the station. Just want to get a quick bite before the journey. And there's this food market right here on the edge of the station, just opposite my hotel. Those sandwiches look amazing. Oh, and so do these. Loads of great stuff in here. There's a bar too, but save that for later. Alright, got myself a nice big sandwich. It's been good though, it's nice having a quick wander around. Cathedral was amazing. Dead easy to get around, beautiful city. So, no, for my brief time here in Milan, pretty impressed with it. Definitely worth checking out, even just for a small time if you're coming through. It's a pretty grand train station, amazing design. It's like a 2-hour, 15-minute train to Venice, and then a 2.5-hour bus to Cortina from there. On our way now, zooming through Italy, heading east towards Venice. It's kind of strange sort of going to Venice, but not actually going to see Venice. I'm just going to get straight on the bus to Cortina. But if you want to extend this little trip that I'm doing, you can easily have a day in Venice along the way. All right, I'm in Venice. Not actually in the old part of Venice, just on the mainland, the main station, but that's where I changed to the Cortina Express bus. Would have been cool to actually get the bus up during the day, because then you would like weave through the mountains and it will like It would have been a spectacular journey, but just timing's worked out, so I'm heading up there in the evening. But it means it'll be a lovely little surprise when I wake up tomorrow morning and open up the curtains and Dolomites will be there.
You know, this challenge of finding a golden moment, it's something that everybody's looking for on their travels. And for me, the mountains are the perfect place for it. So I'm very excited to get up there this evening and get amongst it and just find those moments where you just pause and take in the beauty around you. After driving for 2.5 hours, the bus reached Cortina, and then it was just a few minutes walk to my hotel.
Lovely. Showed us some views in the morning. So yeah, I've come down to the hotel's restaurant for dinner. By the time I got the room and stuff, it was 8 o'clock, and I need to get my stuff sorted for tomorrow, for the activities and for filming those activities. So I was like, I'll just come to the hotel restaurant, and it's lovely. It is so nice. Just a chilled evening, get a good night's sleep, and then start enjoying the town, particularly the mountains, tomorrow. Just open up the curtains to have my first glimpse up at the mountains. And yeah, I see one cable car station up there. I think there's another one round over here. Oh, just want to get out amongst it now.
In Cortina, obviously one of the main winter activities to do is skiing, but I'm not much of a skier, I dabble in it, plus skiing's really hard to film if you're just by yourself, so I thought I'll use my time to sort of show off some other winter activities you can do here other than skiing. Right now it's mid-December, so there isn't a ton of snow actually in the town, but further up into the peaks there's plenty of snow around, so I signed up for a snowshoeing hike, like a guided snowshoe hike. Alright, I am off to find the guide center where I'm going to be doing my snowshoe experience hike thing through. But yeah, sun's come up now, so I've finally got a good look at the town, and wow, what an incredible setting. A gorgeous valley in the Dolomites, mountains in every direction. So yes, very excited to be here now. It's what a beautiful place. So I'll show you around the town more this afternoon, but for now, time to get on with the adventure. I'd signed up for a snowshoe hike with Guide Alpine Cortina, and my guide Eduardo drove us about 20 minutes out of town up towards an area called Passo Giao. Only worn snowshoes once before, so see how I do.
You will have a nice and straight path through the trees.
Yeah.
And then we have this nice wide valley.
Perfect.
That one we'll see.
Amazing.
Go over better.
Cool. It's not too cold out, it's only -2, which living in Winnipeg now is like a hot sunny day. We're just heading through the trees into a little valley here. The mountains right above us. It's just amazing.
The whole thing started just so beautiful and blissful and walking this magical winter wonderland kind of thing. Oh, this is so cool. What's the name of this area we're in? Right here?
Passo Giao.
Passo Giao.
Just behind you.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
And behind Tofana Peak.
Right.
The icon of Cortina.
Right. The big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mostly known for rock climbing,
Yeah.
but also skiing, for example, on the right side.
That's the ski slope, that zigzag.
It's at North Face, very famous.
Right, okay.
On the right side, beyond the ridge,
Yeah.
there's the Olympic run,
Okay.
where the women will compete. Now we're hiking towards Forcella. Forcella means saddle, you can see it over there.
Yeah.
Now very snowy. Behind me, you can see the La Storia Formin rock formation. This is very popular area for backcountry skiing.
Yeah. And it's so quiet here as well, like, because we're not near any slopes or anything, so there's no people around except us two.
Yeah. Not even animals.
Yeah. We said there's some wolves around some places. You see the mountains all around.
You know, you talk about sort of being in nature's arena when it's like literally like an amphitheater around you. It's like, yep, this works. This is amazing. There was like different directions we could go, but because it looked like there was more snow to the right, it's like, oh, let's go up around that peak.
So we're gonna try go around the back of this one here. Because the other paths look a bit too rocky right now, which is no good for snowshoes. But we'll see what happens. Might have to turn around, but whatever. Just glad the sky's clear and we can see all the views. We're back in the soft snow here. Take bigger steps. This is great though. Just what I wanted. Spotted 2 or 3 mountain goats up there.
Yeah.
Just perched on the hill. In the last grass of the winter.
And it started out okay, like, you know, it's a bit of a workout, it's a bit more tiring than just regular hiking, but it was all good fun. And then as soon as we started going up the steep bit, that was so hard.
All right, we're about to start the climb up. Kind of feels like when you're walking on sand, because each step you take, you go back a little bit, but we'll get there. This is hard going. Whew.
There's always the irony when you're making a video, like when things get hard and tough, that makes more interesting video, but it's also way harder to film because you're literally trying to climb up this mountain with like poles and snowshoes whilst holding a GoPro and like falling over. Like I fell over a good few times.
This is so hard. Started out fun and easy, and this is really hard.
Honestly, I wasn't even sure if I could make it up there. Like, if it was just regular hiking, like, it's easy, it's just a little slope, but I was struggling so much.
It's the hardest thing I've done in a long, long time. It's like every single step's like climbing a whole mountain. Oof.
But you struggle and struggle and struggle, but eventually got to the top. You could see over the ridge into the next valley and just more amazing 360 views of mountains, which was just what I wanted, basically.
How high up are we here? Do you know?
It's about 2,000 meters, 2,100.
Yeah, so nothing too high. Well, it's an incredible view to come up to. Now we're going to go round the peak here. Exhausting but rewarding. That's what we want. Well, this is much better.
Good.
You make so much quicker progress when you're not going up a snow slope.
You can say that.
Now I just got to get down.
Yeah, now the easy part. Hopefully.
Yeah. So we're just heading. Car's just down there. Not too far now. This is bloody brilliant though. What a good start to my time in Cortina. Snow's coming down now.
Going for real.
Yeah. Here we are. What an incredible hike. What an experience.
And I had brought a couple of beers with us. Like I was like, oh, me and Eduardo could have one at the end when we're standing up there in the mountains. Plus, it's a 0% alcohol, so it's like, you know, you don't have to worry about him having to drive back down or anything like that. But just as we were getting to the end, and that moment would have been there, the clouds came in and the snow came in, and it's like, don't really want to just crack a beer right now and just stand around in the cold and the snow. So I'm having one on my hotel balcony instead. So yeah, that was a great start, really great start to my time here. And he's recommended a hike that I can do tomorrow just by myself, so I feel like I'm getting a grip of what I'm going to be doing with my time in Cortina. So I'm going to finish up here and then have a wander through town, actually explore the town a little bit. And on the opposite end there's a cable car I can get up. I'm going to try and go up there for sunset, but I don't know if we'll get a sunset with this weather. We'll see how we do, but either way, hopefully be spectacular views of this gorgeous place. Alright, let's go have a wander through the town. Oh cool, look at that cable car. Yep, definitely going up there tomorrow. One thing you do notice with this town is the amount of traffic going through. It's a beautiful place, but it's not like, you know, I guess I've just been spoiled by Wengen in Switzerland where there's no traffic at all. It's fine, it's just an observation. But yeah, I think last night at dinner I spent about 100 euros maybe, so for lunch today I've gone for a wrap that has 20% off. So yeah, all of this and a snack and a drink came to 7 euros, so balancing it out. Despite what I just said about the traffic, the main street here is pedestrianised, so you are kind of away from the noise. And it's a very pretty town. Quite bougie, quite a bougie alpine resort. They have a motorised toy gondola cable car in the window here. I need to move away before I waste my money. This is pretty cool. The whole building's like one giant advent calendar. At least I think that's what it's doing. But it's been good to actually finally have a little wander around. You could spend a fortune here if you wanted to. There's some nice little souvenir shops though, so maybe I'll get a little something for home, something for the pub maybe. Alright, it's 3 o'clock and sunset's in like an hour and a half, so I'm gonna hopefully get this cable car up there. 27 euros to go up and down. The last one down is not till 7:30, so I've got plenty of time to enjoy it up there. Was really cool. What an incredible view. And they got some deep house sounds playing, like après-ski kind of vibe, so I'm gonna go for a bit of a wander away from it and then come back here and
enjoy the après-ski without the skiing. Right, so I'm basically walking through a ski slope. I think there's a Cliffhanger lodge, like the movie Cliffhanger, a lodge that was in the film that was shot around here. Let's give this a go. I'm just in my hiking boots. This is about as snowy as what I was walking through earlier. So we'll see how far we can get. If I can find a nice viewpoint, like away from everything, that'd be nice enough. We'll have a little random adventure. Is that it? Because it said it was half an hour walk and I've walked 5 minutes. Maybe it is. Let's go have a look. Didn't think I was going to come for a little sunset view and a drink at the lodge from Cliffhanger, which apparently there's a lodge in that movie. I'll have to rewatch it. And he slipped. This is so cool. Yeah, I just thought I'd come up here and go for a little wander and find a little viewpoint. I didn't think I'd be stopping in the lodge from Cliffhanger. I'm gonna go down there, enjoy the view from around there without falling off the mountain. Cool. I mean, it's just an abandoned building, but still. I mean, I love a good 90s action movie, but I think I've only seen Cliffhanger twice. And the last time was about 20 years ago. I'll have to rewatch it. Gotta let the beer cool down a bit before I have it. And yes, I did bring some lime. Always be prepared. It doesn't get much better than this. My own little private Cliffhanger lodge with incredible view of the valley around. You know, sun's going down. It's golden hour. I'd call this a golden moment. This is great though. This is so great. Oh, it's so good being back in the mountains. They call this nature's arena, and it is. I mean, it's got like mountains all around you. I can just about hear the music from the après-ski bar, so there's like a little bit of a vibe going. But otherwise, it's my own little private Cliffhanger lodge up in the Dolomites. So cheers to that. Tomorrow, I'm going to go on the cable car on the opposite side of the valley and do this all again. All right, let's head to the après-ski bar for one before I head down. That was great, though. Just a mini little adventure. Bye, lodge. It was fun. So yeah, I can follow the path, or I can just follow the sounds of the thumping tunes. How do they say this is half an hour? I've literally been walking 2 minutes from the lodge. I think I missed the party. Well, I'm not going to stand there and have a drink by myself in a big empty bar. have a moment at the lodge. Let's head back down. Town's all lit up now. It's like super cozy. Love it. Got a little cable car ornament for the Christmas tree.
After a long busy day, I ended up having a pretty chilled evening, stopping for a drink in Bar Sport before having dinner at my hotel again. Then I got some good rest before I started exploring again tomorrow.
Alright, good morning from Cortina. It's looking a little grey and a little wet this morning, but it's not going to interrupt my plans. I'm basically going to go for a hike up this way, over here. It's about a 3-hour hike, so just out through the town, through some fields and stuff, and hike up to this ridge, and I should get some amazing views all around. So that's the plan for this morning, and then this afternoon just get a cable car up on the opposite side of the valley to what I did yesterday. Very, very excited. It's like my last day here, and I want to make the most of it, so let's go. Yeah, it's a little damp and chilly out this morning. Just got to work my way out of the town, start heading up the hill. So you can see where I'm heading up to now, and there's like a light dusting of snow on it today, which wasn't there yesterday, but should be all right. It's a there and back walk, so if anything goes wrong, just turn around. This is why I don't trust the weather apps in the mountains. Haze with a bit of sun. Nope, it's raining. It's nice being on the outskirts of town though, seeing all the pretty chalets, the church right here. I think this is a ski run when it's like properly in the winter season and all the snow's here. Luckily I don't have to dodge any skiers today. Oh, it suddenly got steep though. Got the chairlift station here. So that Refugio Mietres. Somewhere I'm going to stop out on the way down. It's like a little detour on the path on the way up, but rather than do that detour on the way up, I'll stop there for a little snack or a drink on the way down. Let's see if I make it to the top. Follow the footprints in the snow because the road's just a sheet of ice right now. Alright, this is where I turn off the main road because the refuge restaurant place thing, Mietres, is that away, but I'm going to be going up this little path just here, and there are some markings on the trees, so hopefully between that and all trails I'll find my way up. And the point I'm going to is sitting right in the cloud right now, so we'll see how we do. Well, it's nice actually being on a proper hiking path, but I think it's going to get pretty steep. Well, the path's easy to follow when there's snow, because you just follow the footprint. So yeah, that's where I'm heading up. I've climbed up 500 meters in altitude from Cortina, and I got just over another 300 to go. I think now it's going to get steeper. Well, at least it's an obvious path. Just having a little rest, a little breather. Still got to get up there. But an amazing view across the valley here. Even with the clouds, it has like a mystical vibe to it. Feels very kind of Emin Wheel at the start of Two Towers. Yeah, if you thought I was going to get through this video without making a Lord of the Rings reference, come on. It's like 1 kilometer to go and 200 meters more of ascent. So let's get it done. I can see a mountain go up ahead. I can see like hoof marks in the path. Yeah, he's just up there in the cloud. Path's starting to get icy now. See how far we can get. I don't want to slip here because I'll go all the way down. Having to take each step very carefully here. I'm gonna get to this bit here and see what the rest is like, because this is getting sketchy as hell. Like I'm walking in snow. One slip and it could fall down there, which I don't want to do. Like that. Well, goes a little further up there into the cloud, but there's a little viewpoint right here. So maybe this will do for me. That was, it's kind of stupid really. I just gotta be very, very careful getting down there. I think this will do me. I could go up further to stand in the cloud, but I don't really see the point. I got a nice view here of the valley, so let's have a moment here. Oh yeah, if you thought I wasn't going to bring a beer on this trek, then you must be new here. So welcome, please subscribe. She's a little shaken up from the walk. Well, I don't know how well the view's coming out on camera, but you can sort of see bits of the mountains in between the clouds. And I might not have reached the very top, but this'll do. I think I'll probably see more from here than I will directly in that cloud. So yeah, I'm gonna have to be very careful on the hike down because it's gonna be very steep and slippy. So I'm not out of the woods yet, but I guess that's one advantage of having a 0% beer. So cheers.
Yeah, I guess not every golden moment is going to literally be golden, but it was still a great hike and it's so cool being up here.
It's so nice how quiet it is up here as well. Like, our lives are so noisy these days, like in cities with traffic and people playing their phones out loud and all that stuff. So to get up here where it's just peaceful, it's like, just feel your shoulders drop. But yeah, I was lucky to still get a hike in anyway, because like when I planned this trip, I wasn't sure how much snow there would be, so I booked the snowshoe hike, and then I thought, if there's tons of snow around, I'll just try and do like a little stroll somewhere. But to get to do a proper mountain hike, like I've just done now, without there being too much snow, like it's worked out pretty well being here at like sort of early part of the winter season. But I still need to get back down.
See, tripod as a walking pole. Not just a head bag, my friends.
Once I made it back down to the town, I got some lunch and freshened up at the hotel, and then I went to get the Tofana cable car, which in the summer goes all the way up to Tofana, the 3rd highest peak in the Dolomites, but right now in winter only goes as far as Valles.
Now it's my last afternoon here in Cortina, and we're officially in the fuck it, let's just see what happens kind of phase of the trip. But will I see anything up there? Who knows? Probably not, but you know, I'll go up as far as I can and make the most of my last afternoon here in Cortina.
Wow. Guessing this is a ski run or something for the Olympics.
I'm trying to film through this tiny little gap in the window here.
So yeah, in the summer you can get up here at 3,244 meters, but today I'm going up to here, Cortina Valles. So these are the 3 stops, right? Kaldruski, 1,700. Then you get to Valles, and then in the summer you can get up here.
All right, stage 1 done. Let's keep going up. So that's where I'm going. Portiamo quello che tu gli manca la manovella, che vite ha. So this is what I'm supposed to see out there, I think. Maybe if I just stand next to this at the right angle, I could be like, wow, what a view. Let's go have a look. I think this is the highest I've been so far on this trip, actually, because we're about 2,000 meters at the snowshoeing, and this is like 2,400. Just going for a little wander. Let's have a look up here. So I'm guessing there's supposed to be an amazing view of Cortina through this love heart. It's not too cold though. Like, my hand's getting a little chilly because I haven't got any gloves on, but that's my own fault. Either way, it's fun to be up here. Every now and again, the clouds thin just a little bit. You get a glimpse of the peaks around here. Yeah, you can see the cable car lines go all the way up now. Or nearly all the way up. You can see a little cross up there, so I think normally you can walk up to a viewpoint up there. Well, normally in the summer. I'm glad I've come up here though. Like, I'd much rather just sort of experience this just for a few moments rather than just pottering around town for the rest of my time here. Oh yeah, you can see the top of the cable car station now. Yeah, just. I don't know if this is quite a golden moment, but since it's the last activity I'm doing, may as well crack a cold one open. There's people just skiing past me here looking like, what the hell's that guy doing? Yeah, I'm happy with that. Saw a low more than I thought I would. It's like nearly clearing up. Well, it's 4 o'clock and the last cable car down's at 4:30, so best get a move on. This has been nice though. Down we go. Despite the weather not behaving, I've still really enjoyed today. I mean, the hike was good fun, and I didn't fall over and die, which was always a plus, because that last bit was so sketchy. And then, you know, it was nice to get the cable car up, but considering I thought I was just going to be standing in the cloud, for it to sort of clear up and get a glimpse of the mountains around, I'll take that win.
Once I got back to my hotel, I treated myself by booking the spa, which was free, I just had to reserve, and I made full use of the hot tub and the cold plunge. Then I went for one last wander through town, grabbed myself a pizza, and then pretty much called it a night. Yeah, I've really enjoyed my time at Cortina. It's been fantastic, like, long weekend away, and I've been to the Dolomites twice now, but just kind of dabbled in it, so I really need to come back and do an extended trip here. And I know I say about every place I go to, like, I need to go back, but like, the Dolomites is right up my street, just like these gorgeous mountains and so much outdoor activities and hiking to do. Whilst today wasn't as good as yesterday, just because the weather wasn't behaving, I still had a fantastic time. Plus, it made me appreciate how special yesterday was, because I only came here for 2 days, and both days could have been clouded out, and the trip might have been a bit of a non-event, but to sort of have that day yesterday, doing the snowshoeing and pushing myself and getting exhausted and wondering how I'm going to actually do this, but also just seeing all that amazing scenery around, and it was just So special, and then topping it off with going to that Cliffhanger lodge was really cool. This is great though. This is so great. Those are the kind of moments you hope to have when you go traveling, especially when you go to like a nature-based place rather than like a city. You want to have those moments where you can just sit back in awe of what's around you and just take it all in. But that's what it's about, you know, just finding those golden moments in the everyday, whether you're at home or off on a big adventure. And I've been fortunate enough to have so many of these moments in my travels. But let me know in the comments, guys, what are some of your favorite golden moments from your adventures? You know, I'm talking about those moments you look back on and go, yep, that's what it's all about. But yeah, it's been a fantastic long weekend away. I've had a really good time, you know? And the next series that's going to be on my channel is going to be more time in the mountains, because it's going to be my Switzerland trip for the summer, which has just gotten delayed in my release schedule because of lots of things happening and other series happening and things like that. But it's going to be great to finally get that out, because that was a fantastic trip, and you know how much I love Switzerland. So thanks for watching as always. Make sure you've hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.